Attention, please. The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Drop Zone, brought to you by our partners at Doobie. And once again, you got your boys with you, Anthony Young and Jeff Walsh. And how you doing today, bud?
I'm doing good. It's a nice, bright, sunny day here in PA. Uh, I don't really got much. I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. I actually have to give somebody credit that I've been dragging through the coals through for the past couple of weeks. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting for you.
Yeah, we actually got a positivity rant. We don't got a negativity rant. We have a positive rant from Tony today.
Yeah, I mean, he's. I don't know if he heard what we said, been saying about what's going on, but he's actually taking action, and at some point we'll let you know, when that segment is going to come up. So what we got on the docket for today?
Really, not that much. It's been a very quiet week in everything. There's no dummy of the week. There's no negative rant. So it's pretty much just the NBA free agency. It's been quiet in the NFL as well. Um, So it's probably gonna be a little bit of a short episode today, but again, we're still gonna go live. We're still gonna give you the breaking news for everything that happens. So that's what we got is the NBA free agency and any news that happened in the NBA this week.
So yeah, so apparently the Knicks winning the championship has thrown the NBA in a frenzy because everybody's breaking up their team and trying to figure out what's going on. Which is why
Yeah,
we've seen which is
definitely.
why we've seen a lot of weird trades and signings.
Yeah, a lot of kind of questionable moves, interesting moves, to say the least. Like the Pistons have kind of I won't say blown up their team a little bit, but kind of done a lot of moves that are a little bit questionable. Like yesterday, they just traded Karis LeVert and two second round picks to Milwaukee for Torian Prince and Gary Harris. I mean, I guess you get two veteran uh, guard slash forwards off the bench to help you out in that department with the scoring and the shot making, but I mean, Levert was like one of the only guys who could create their own shot that came off the bench this past year, and now they could get rid of him to Milwaukee. So I don't really know what's going on with that one. Again, you guys winning the chip has really kind of thrown the NBA into a loop, into a frenzy to just get rid of a bunch of key guys on their team to try and make things fit and just make it right on their team to try and get after you guys.
Yeah, because I don't ever remember recalling an NBA free agency like this after a team wins the championship that teams are just looking to break up their core and rebuild and question if they're good enough to move forward. I mean, this is really. It's just something that's never is unprecedented.
Yeah, and I mean, it could also be because the LeBron is a free agent. Um, Maybe trying to get him like entice him with different moves and getting him in the door. There's a lot of different factors, but yeah, I don't remember an NBA free agency that just was nonstop the way that this one is. It really has just been every day there's been something new, some, some kind of big move or a trade that happens, um, to where it it shakes up a team that was just good, or that their team that was just kind of not that great last year, but they're really getting their roster up, to try and compete for a championship, this this year.
I mean, let's just look at the teams that pretty much broke up their core. I mean, Boston broke up their core. The guy getting rid of Jalen Brown and the Hornets. I mean, which was an up and coming team, they did the same exact thing. It's like I don't know if the way the Knicks roster is constructed that has got teams panicking, or teams just feel that maybe they need to follow what the Knicks are doing to build a championship team.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of teams, especially in the East, that are just kind of trying anything right now to put a team around certain stars or certain players to just make it work. Again, I think another part of it is to try and get LeBron in the door. That's a lot of a factor as well, because you get him, you get even more of a shot to win the championship. The team that's kind of keeping their core together is the Cleveland Cavaliers, who just re-signed Donovan Mitchell to a 4-year, $273 million max contract extension. He's pretty much been leading this team ever since he got there, like he did in Utah. Um, that's a lot of money, but it's a lot of money to a guy who definitely earned it, and deserved it with his play and kind of getting that team to the conference finals last year. Um, and just being really a big key part in the reason why they've been so successful, over the past couple of years.
But I mean, let's face it. I mean, is LeBron really the key right now? I mean, honestly, I don't think he is. Just look how it was. I mean, he had Luka Doncic with him and Austin Reeves, and they really couldn't do much in this season. So I mean, yeah, he still might be that guy that could give you 20 and 10, but it's not going to be productive 20 and 10 because it's going to be one of those where he'll wait till the game is over to pat his stats.
I know you'll be shocked to even hear me say this. I think certain teams, he really pushes them to the edge of making it. I think the Cavs is a team that is constructed quite well. Again, you got Mitchell, Harden, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen, Max Strus, Sam Merrill. You have a bunch of pieces there that are good and can space the floor around him, and he's not going to be asked to do too much, as far as leading the team goes, because Mitchell can. Again, I can't believe that I'm saying it. It's a guy that I do not like very often, but I will say if he goes to a few certain teams, I think he does give them a big chance to at least give the Knicks a run for their money there, for the title this upcoming season.
I mean, there's a possibility.
Yeah, it's weird. It was like however many years ago today that he made his choice about going to Miami, and so I was ready to wake up to a notification that he went somewhere today. That's really funny, but no. I don't know if you have anything about Don Mitchell signing the 4-year, $270 million max extension with the Cavs. Uh, again, he definitely earned it for really being the offensive load for this team ever since he got there.
Yeah, I really don't have anything for it. I mean, it would have been stupid of them if they decided to, not offer him an extension. Because then he's basically, you know, the face of that franchise. Because you're not going to rely on James Harden. We've seen how that turned out. So, and there's nobody else on that, in that club, on that team that you could say, okay, this guy could be the face. Okay, we can let Donovan Mitchell go. You don't have that.
But the Lakers just keep making moves. They signed veteran forward Kevon Looney to 1 year, $3.9 million extension. Yeah, again, after trading Ayton and Hayes went to Utah in free agency, they get a key 3-time NBA champion and Kevon Looney as a backup there. Chris Middleton has agreed to a 3 year, $17.6 million sign and trade with the Washington Wizards, which he was in Dallas. Washington also then trades guard D'Angelo Russell into a second round pick and a second round pick swap uh, to Memphis, I believe.
I mean, Washington's trying to build a team out there.
Yeah, they are, and they really have a big chance. Again, everyone's just got to stay healthy. Middleton has had his injury issues. Trae Young has had injury issues this in the past couple seasons. And Anthony Davis is made out of glass, so we already know he's gonna be injured at some point or another in the season.
Well, our nickname for him, the walking hospital bill.
hmm Memphis has signed center Quentin Post to a 3 year, $30 million extension. The Warriors choose not to match Post's offer sheet with the Grizzlies, so Post will go to Memphis this upcoming season. The Clippers have a huge signing forward Rui Hachimura to a 2 year, $20 million deal. Hachimura to me has been very overlooked the past couple of seasons with what he's done offensively for the Lakers and Washington. Now he's staying in LA, but he's going to the Clippers. So, again, I think he's really kind of he's very consistent in my opinion. Again, I don't think he really has a lot of bad games. So, yeah, Rui to the LA Clippers.
Oh, that's a very good signing for the Clippers, especially after trading. Excuse me. After trading Kawhi Leonard to Toronto, they're going to need somebody, to fill that void. And he's an up and coming player, like you said. He has been getting overlooked. So hopefully by him being on the Clippers, he could break out to his own, and will no longer be overlooked.
Getting at him and Brandon Ingram, uh, Darius Garland, Brandon Mathurin. So they have kind of a lot of guys who can get their own shot there. So yeah, this is a huge signing. This is a surprise to me that happened a few days ago. The Kings waive forward DeMar DeRozan. So DeMar is a free agent. Anybody can go get him. Don't need to trade for him. Um, Very shocking to me. Again, he's a veteran uh in the league, and again, he's a guy who can get his own shot. So whoever gets him is going to get a really good veteran leader in that locker room, and a guy who can, I don't know, again, I would say give you an average of about 18 to 20 points. Uh, so yeah, whoever gets him is a very lucky person because they don't got to give up too much.
Well, we all know where he's pretty much going to end up at.
Where's Andy up, Tony?
He's going to end up in blue and orange
Blue and orange sky.
because they've already been talking about if he got released, bringing him in instead of re-signing Jordan Clarkson.
Which would make sense. Again, a bigger forward, and again, a guy who can create his own shot. Uh, Speaking of Knicks news, Washington hires former Knicks legend Patrick Ewing as an assistant coach. Uh, yeah, I know it's not really free agency news, but Pat Ewing being hired as an assistant coach, I had to get that in there real quick.
I mean, I'm glad he got another coaching job, well, assistant coaching job. I just wish it was with the actual Knicks.
Yeah,
But
the Wizards is a weird team to get.
maybe this will help Anthony Davis and because he could learn a lot from Patrick Ewing, like how to stay healthy.
Yeah, him, Alex Sarr, AJ DeBonsa. Again, they have a lot of young pieces there who can learn a lot from a guy like Pat Ewing. So again, Wizards are kind of looking a bit dangerous this year. Cannot be overlooked. Boston re-signs their center Nemesis Keita to a 4-year, $56 million contract extension. Again, after giving him Jaylen Brown, they have a lot of cap room now, so they just re-signing anybody that they can, so nobody else leaves their team. Detroit re-signs forward Javonte Green to 1-year, $3.9 million extension. Houston trades forward Dorian Finney-Smith and 3 second-round picks to Charlotte just to create cap room um, for anybody they might need to sign. Los Angeles did exactly what I wanted them to do, which is trade DeAndre Ayton, and they did. They fucking traded DeAndre Ayton to Washington for guard Jaden Hardy and 2 second-round picks. I've been preaching to the choir. Get rid of fucking DeAndre Ayton, and they did. And again, with losing Jackson Hayes, but they got Walker Kessler. Yeah, I mean, I think this was a no-brainer. Just get rid of Ayton and go out and sign a center because Ayton's not it, as we all have seen.
You do realize, oh excuse me, that then by trading DeAndre Aiken, that the Lakers no longer have anybody remaining in a starting five that started the playoffs.
Yeah, I did see that as I was scrolling through Facebook or something. Everybody in the starting five is now gone. Rui's gone, Marcus Smart is gone, LeBron is gone, Ayton's gone. So, yeah. Again, a lot of moves happen in LA. But the Knicks get a huge signing, in my opinion. And this guy is a big guy. Center Andre Drummond signs a 1-year, $3.9 million deal with the New York Knicks. This is the exact kind of guy that you guys needed. The exact guy. Again, losing Mitchell Robinson, Andre Drummond is a little bit older and shorter, but to me, they do the exact same thing. They're a good pick and roll lob threat, and they play defense, and they can't shoot free throws. So,
Yeah, but at least Andre Drummond has some post moves that they need to go to the post. They could use him, whereas Mitchell Robinson had no type of post moves. His basic offense was off of alley oops.
alley oops, offensive rebounds,
He was
if
basically a more
anything.
athletic DeAndre Jordan.
hmm Yeah, so again, you guys, that's a huge sign for you guys. I knew that you guys were they're going to get Andre Drummond, or I was hearing Looney. but you guys got Drummond for a very, very small contract. Um, Utah signs forward Josh Okogie to a 2-year, $12 million deal. So he's out of Houston with Marcus Smart on the way. Denver signs veteran center Marvin Bagley to 1-year deal. Philly signs Anthony Simons to a 2-year, $12.3 million deal. This is a huge signing for Philly. Philly's really building something there uh, with everybody that they're getting. Again, Jaylen Brown, they already have VJ Edgecombe, Embiid, Maxey. Now they're signing Anthony Simons. So they're kind of building a little squad there in Philly to try and compete for a championship against the Knicks. Toronto signs forward Kyle Anderson. I don't know if you have anything on the Philly signing of Anthony Simons. To me, I think this is a little bit of an underrated move. Kind of gives them about in the past 5 years, he's averaged about 18.8 points per game. So again, it's another
I mean,
scoring threat for them.
I do like a lot of these signings, but someone also, like, I forgot which analyst it was, where he said, you know, even with all the signings that all these signing and trading that all these teams are doing, the one thing that is going to hurt all these teams is the fact that none of these teams will have chemistry. By the time they get the chemistry together, they feel the Knicks will be in full swing already and way ahead of the pack, where they won't be they won't be catchable.
Yeah, chemistry is something that's a little overlooked and underappreciated with teams, but again, teams are scrambling to just get anybody right now to just try and bolster their roster to at least give them a fighting chance to compete against the Knicks. Um, as you can tell, again, with all these moves that have happened, we've been have like 3 weeks of moves right now, and it's just not going to keep stopping. Lost a little bit of moves. Denver re-signed guard Tyus Jones 1-year deal. Phoenix signs guard Pat Spencer to a 2-way NBA contract. San Antonio hires Billy Donovan as an assistant coach. Houston resigns guard slash forward Tari Eason to a 5-year, $81.5 million extension. Indiana signs forward Kelly Oubre Jr. to a 2-year, $17 million deal. San Antonio signs forward Tobias Harris to a 2-year, $31 million deal. And the trade that everyone knows about already anyway. Jaylen Brown to Philly for Paul George to 2 firsts and 2 seconds. I can't remember if we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we
We,
did.
we might have, but I couldn't remember.
But since
And
that
then,
trade, the Celtics have released Paul George.
yeah, at least I didn't mind. And within the past 5 hours, center Larry Nance has agreed to 1-year, $4 million deal with the Pacers. And then the Denver Nuggets have waived center Jonas Valanciunas. So
Which, if they don't sign, if the Knicks don't sign DeRozan, that's another option that they was also looking at as well, to solidify the front court.
yeah, you got him, Looney, and Towns. That'd be a very good center rotation for you guys. Very good and reliable center rotation as well. And literally, we were about 24 minutes in, and that's all I got. That's really all the free agent moves, except for you need to go on your positivity rant
Well, we do.
today.
I do have a little bit of baseball news.
Okay.
Justin Verlander officially announced that this will be his last season. Also, pitcher Phil Reagan um, passed away at 89 years old. So we send our condolences to him and his family. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else as far as that. I mean, Stephen Curry made a joke about LeBron coming to the Warriors. It says Steph Curry speaks on the possibility of teaming up with LeBron James. I'm interested just to go play golf.
I don't see anything that they released Paul George, the Celtics. I think he's still on the team. He didn't get released.
Or maybe it said it was going to release. I know I seen something about they, like it was like a day or two after the trade that they said it was releasing them. So yeah, maybe it
Oh,
hasn't taken effect yet.
the most recent thing is that he's wearing number 13 for them.
Maybe they changed their mind.
Maybe they did.
I mean, we've seen
Um,
teams do that.
mhm, Kyle Lowry has actually announced his retirement from the NBA. I forgot to say that one. One of the greatest rappers of all time. Some people agree with that he is the greatest rapper of all time. Uh,
Um, I would probably have to agree. For the simple fact is that Vince Carter wasn't there that long, and Kyle Lowry was pretty much there his almost entire career. So yeah, I would have to agree that he is probably the greatest Raptor of all time.
Damn, he started his career in I think either Memphis or Toronto or Houston. Then he went to Toronto very young, and again, he really just he played. I'm going to use a quote that he said. He played like the city that he played for, really tough and gritty, and did anything that he could to win. So again, congrats on him on his retirement. Hope that he enjoys it. To spend time with his family now and do what he wants to do.
Okay, so unless we have anything else,
I don't know. Again, it was a very quiet week. It was a very quiet week, so we can end on a positivity rant today.
so the past couple of weeks I've basically have dragged Adam Silver through the coals with the way the officiating has been in the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals, and how the with the NBA basically not stepping in the WNBA situation. Well, that has taken a turn. Adam Silver has now launched a complete full investigation of the WNBA, and right now the commissioner of the WNBA, she is under fire because there's speculation that she's paying refs to turn a blind eye to certain calls against certain players. There's already one officiating crew that they said have pretty much lost all privileges when it's coming up to the playoffs for the WNBA. That they won't be an officiating crew. So I mean, I gotta give kudos to Adam Silver for stepping in and saying, "Hey, listen, you know, yes, you know, the NBA partially owns the WNBA, but they've let them run by themselves. They're basically a financial backing. But it's gotten to the point where, and I think this is because the sponsors have finally started threatening to pull out of the WNBA if this continues. So Adam Silver now has, like I said, launched a full investigation into the officiating as well as the commissioner of the WNBA. And her name is. Give me 1 second. I had it for 1 minute and then I was looking up something else and forgot to write it down. Kathy Engelberg. She's been a commissioner since 2000, since July of 2019. And yeah, she is under heavy scrutiny right now, where um, some players and league owners are calling for her resignation. I think she's a worse commissioner than my buddy Roger Goodell.
Again, at least Roger Goodell like makes NFL money. Again, the fact again, the whole Cam Clark thing is it's getting very obvious now. Uh, we talked a little bit about it last week about putting the fist on the throat of Caitlin Clark and nothing was called. There's been multiple other incidences with 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 Caitlin Clark. So again, it's getting blatantly obvious now. And again, yeah, good good on Adam Silver for stepping in. Like, listen, this is enough. It's getting too egregious now, and again, be leaving money on the table again with losing all the sponsorships and stuff. So again, yeah, good on Adam Silver. He actually did something that made you happy for once.
I mean, it's just not Caitlin Clark that is being done to. It's been done to other players, but because she's a more high profile player, she's the one that is going to stand out more. But there has been, other players. I mean, where they've been. I mean, they're just frustrated. They're like, "What? This is uncalled for," you know. And the fact that it happens right in front of the referee's face, where they're literally standing in position for it, and they're just not calling it. And Adam Silver's questioning, why. It's a difference if it's coming from a different angle and you can't see it completely because there's other bodies in the way. But when you're literally standing right in front of it, I mean, there's no excuse. Oh Lord,
All right.
I don't even know how to respond to that.
I don't either. It
I totally did not
yeah,
expect that.
uh I don't know if I should address it or not. Uh but yeah, don't do that. I don't know. What the
Um, um.
ah, I don't really know.
So for those of you who be listening to the audio version, um, we had two comments that I'm really not going to or repeat over the air. But yeah, it just pretty much caught us off guard.
Yeah, we read it, and that's our reaction. Um, so we're gonna swiftly move past it. But yeah, again, the fishing in WNBA has gotten really bad. Um, again, it's right in front of their faces. Uh, and again, Adam Silver said, "All right, enough's enough." Again, we haven't sponsors threatening to leave over officiating. We're gonna get to the bottom of what's going on here, and good on him. That's what he's doing.
Like I say, I had to come and give him credit because basically pretty much almost for a whole month, I dragged him through the coals because of the officiating in the NBA with the in the playoffs. And I know a lot of people's gonna say, "Well, what's the difference?" Well, the difference is, I mean, yeah, they did miss calls especially during the finals, but they was doing it because they was trying to protect Wembanyama from being ejected from the finals, being suspended, which basically did no good because they end up still basically getting gentlemen swept. But at least the NBA went back and retroactively did something about those. Now they did miss a couple of them. I mean that's fine, but compared to the WNBA where like the Caitlin Clark situation where the player had her fist and the elbow on her throat as well as knee her thigh. What people don't realize is that cost her a couple of days, couple of games because it actually ended up injuring her back. And you know, like people said, Caitlin Clark is the reason why right now that league is making money. She's the reason why the arenas are full. Well, I mean, not at 100% capacity, but compared to previous seasons, yeah, we could say they're full. I mean, they had a stat where the game she missed because of that back injury, ticket sales went from $86 down to 20 something dollars. So, and like everybody's asked question, why are you not protecting your cash cow? Why are you letting your cash cow get abused and hurt? It just doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. And again, when a commissioner is that like oblivious or just again, if she's the one behind it, uh, that's ridiculous and disgusting. And the NBA and Adam Silver does never allow that to happen. They at least, again, like you said, reprimand or like retroactively do it after the game if they can. But again, when it's just egregious and this bad, there's really no other choice for Adam Silver but to step in and really just say enough's enough with this situation.
Yeah, it's almost like she's getting the Draymond Green treatment where every little thing that happens, she gets a technical for. Like there was one play where after the play happened, she was walking by herself clapping, and they gave her a technical.
Hmm.
And she ran over and said, "Why did I get a technical?" They said for clapping. She's like, "Are you fucking serious for clapping?" I mean, I can
Yeah, it
understand
wasn't
she was.
clapping like in the opponent's face. Sorry, to take off. Like she wasn't in the opponent's face. She was clapping away from everything. She was clapping like in front of her bench, like with her teammates,
Exactly.
and she got enough to go for clapping.
It's like that's just ridiculous. Is what she wasn't showing up the other team. She wasn't showing up the officials. She was celebrating with her team, and she gets a technical for clapping. So why didn't the rest of the team get a technical for clapping? And then there was also another game where um, I forgot who the player was, but she basically bulldozed Caitlin Clark, and Caitlin Clark gets up, looked at the ref, was like, "Did you not going to call an offensive foul?" And she got a technical for that. It's like these refs are just getting ridiculous with their, you know, calling these technicals for stuff that doesn't make any sense. I mean, yeah, we get it in the NBA as well, but at least in the NBA, it's more because a team. Oh, no, it wasn't for. I'm sorry, it wasn't for being pushed to the ground. She knocked the ball. She knocked the ball away from the player, and it started rolling down to the other end of the court. She ran down, stopped it with her foot, kicked it up in the air, and brought it back to the ref, handed it to her, and she got a technical for delay of game. Somebody
I
make that make
and
sense.
I'm running out of shit to say. I don't know. Okay, they're making it quite obvious. They're making it very quite obvious.
Like she did like a little soccer thing where she stopped the ball with her foot, used her foot to kick it up because apparently she played soccer as well. And it wasn't like she was like doing tricks with it. She just kicked it up to her, caught it, brought it back to the ref, handed it to him, and went on by her business. Technical for delay of game. And she was like, "I was just getting you the ball." She was basically saving the ref the energy of running down to go grab it and bring it back to him.
And I don't know, I'm at a loss. This is when you got me on a loss for words. That's how you know it's bad.
It's ridiculous. I mean, we've seen some horrible officiating. This is, whew, this is above and beyond horrible.
Hmm. Yeah, that's why Adam Silver was like, "All right, listen, my officiating isn't the best, but this is terrible."
I mean, their their officiating makes the NBA officiating looks great, and that says a lot because the NBA officials aren't that great either.
No, they miss a lot, but not nothing like this.
I mean, the biggest thing that the NBA officials do miss is a lot of traveling, and they do miss a few fouls. But the WNBA officials, they miss everything. So again, my congratulations to Adam Silver for actually launching a full investigation on this. Because I honestly did not see that coming.
No, but again, when you're trying to the money's to support for the WNBA, and again, sponsors are threatening to pull out of it. You have no other choice but to step in and say that this isn't good, got to keep happening.
So, um, let's see, is there anything else? Anything that happened while we was talking? Not that I know of. I have no
No.
alerts.
The NFL again was nothing happened.
Yeah, the NFL's gonna be quiet right now, just for the simple fact that it's about to be preseason in a couple of weeks. So let's do our sponsor plug. Warning: your current energy drink is about to get replaced. Meet Doobie, the clean, jitter-free fuel built for gamers, grinders, and anyone who refuses to run on empty. No crash, no sugar overload, just laser focus, smooth energy, and straight up performance. You don't sip Doobie, you level up with it. So ask yourself, are you still playing on low energy, or are you ready to unlock your full power? Grab your Doobie, lock in, dominate. And as always, if you do order from Doobie, to put in Drop Zone for a 10% code from us. And let's see, do they have anything? Let's see. So they are still extending their 40% off for another 12 hours. All you gotta do is just use code 40hour. So that's 40HOUR, and you'll get 40% off.
Yeah, so again, if you want anything, get over there now within the next, like you said, 12 hours. So
Well, the email came to me late, so it expires at midnight tonight.
so if you're on the East Coast, you got about 4 hours left.
Let's see. Looks like that's all I have for right now.
Yeah, that's it. Again, I mentioned at the beginning that it was going to be a very short episode. We did not have much to get through. Uh, yeah, that's how it's going to be. If it's really short, again, me and Tony will think of an idea to talk about to keep everybody entertained until more stuff starts happening.
Yeah, we just gotta, like I said, there's not much going on. We got football. Football season will be starting in less than within a couple of weeks. So, but yeah, I can't think of anything else.
No, that's all I got. Just thanks for anybody for tuning in. Like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell if you're on YouTube. Um, yeah, again, just thanks for tuning in and watching. Again, we'll we'll keep everybody entertained with some new ideas these upcoming weeks to try and do something new. Uh, because there's probably not gonna be a lot to talk about these upcoming weeks.
I mean, you never know. Though we always get weird NBA news, and somebody always finds a way to make the dummy of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm pretty sure that's going to happen.
That's a guarantee. Somebody's gonna do something. I'm surprised that nothing happened this week. We ended up on positivity, so that was a change for once.
All right. So until next week, see everybody later.